Brodes Media.
The Nets are clowns, bro. The Nets are clowns. Down 14, 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go, and they're emptying the bench when there's no James Harden, when there's no Embiid, when there's no Tyrese Maxey. Why do you ask? Because they're a bunch of losers. Because they are filled with Kyrie Irvings and Ben Simmons of the world. Ben Simmons is acting like my man went 15 of 15 from the line when he shot 50%. He gave us our chicken nuggets, and the dude still blows. He's the same exact player. Whoop-de-damn-do, you could get a couple assists in a regular season game. Whoop-de-damn-do, you can score just over double-digit points. You blow at the sport of basketball when it comes to the most important times of the season, and you suck. It's just that simple. You are a bad basketball player. You blow. I love listening to the broadcast. That's very sarcastic, by the way. And they actually mentioned, they thought that this would be a genius statement to make for the entire basketball world to hear, that Ben Simmons is amazing. He does everything out there so well except for shoot. We're doing this again? We're doing this again. Was the fans as harsh as we thought? No, not really. Did the lack of anticipation due to the starters not being there play a role? No doubt about it. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I dissect the lack of boos. Well, it was definitely intense when the game was being played, don't get me wrong. We did have to admit, though, that we probably thought it would be even more aggressive. And I'm going to chalk a little bit of that up to the fact that, you know what, we're worried about the Sixers. You know, maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm going a bit too far. But there's a part of me that wonders, are we becoming such a smart fan base where it's like, you know what, Ben? You're not even worth the time. Yeah, we'll throw the booze in there and we'll let you know we hate you. But at the end of the day, the Sixers kicked ass, and that's the most important part. The most important part of the day was not you. We're not going to waste our time with you thinking that you have us where you want us emotionally, because your ass just got annihilated by Paul Reed. George Niang is in the face of Kevin Durant, and he's yapping all game long. And I thought at one point, dude, you're playing with fire. I thought at one point, maybe you should calm down a bit, because if you wake up the beast, you're going to be in some trouble. But PJ Tucker's defense was ridiculous. His offense, not so much. The air ball of the three, even some of the shots that he took when he was a foot away from the basket, it wasn't even close. So I do have my concerns on whatever the yips were of PJ Tucker, because offensively, I still have my issues. And if I'm going to look at Matisse Thybulle every single year and say, yo, dude, I can't just live with your defense. You got to give me something on the offensive side. I do feel obligated to keep it 100 with PJ Tucker as well. But the fact that Kevin Durant only put up 14 shots, that's very important. Now, he had 9 of 14 from the field, but ultimately, PJ Tucker is annoying, and he's always in your grill. Ben Simmons at the 5. But it's just amazing to see Paul Reed step up and deliver. And I kind of figured that Doc Rivers would go with Harrell in the beginning of the game, and I don't want to downplay what his role was early on, because there was a time when he was a spark plug. The box score says what it says next to his name, but I thought in the beginning of the game there was something to be said about the energy that he provided, and the fact that the Sixers were taking advantage of some poor defensive rebounds for the Nets, so they were able to accomplish a lot of offensive rebounds, which gave them second chance opportunities. So whether it was a three going in or them just playing with more energy and caring a bit more and working harder and fighting a lot better, you know, there were a lot of things that happened off those second chance opportunities, but most importantly, they were scoring the basketball. Shake in the fourth quarter. It was so cool. DeAnthony Melton able to knock down those threes. Even Korkmaz leaning to the left, buried a big three. Thybulle, now he got injured, and we have to see the status of him. Everybody and their mother is basically injured at this point, but even Thybulle got a basket in there and knocked down a triple. Your team all around answered the bell, and I thought they felt the high intensity of what the night was going to bring. And they really did fantastic. I'm so proud of them. I had a feeling. I had a feeling that they were going to compete really, really hard. Now, eventually, maybe would the average even out? And what I mean by that is when the Nets took the lead in the second half, maybe one of those times the Sixers just don't have enough due to the lack of talent. Because Kyrie would make a shot, or Seth Curry would make a shot, or Kevin Durant would make a shot. But every time the Nets did take a lead, the Sixers were right there with an answer. Whether it was Tobias Harris after the ankle injury, he's driving the basket, or he's driving the basketball, he's going towards the basket downhill, or George Niang with the big three, or Paul Reed with the finish and the hustle. He also had 3 steals and 2 blocks to add on top of his plus 21, his 19 and 10. So put him on a nice double-double list. So now we're going to have the typical Doc Rivers, Paul Reed, Harold debate probably. But I still want to recognize what I thought Harold's role was. And by the end of it, you got more of Paul Reed. You got your 30-plus minutes. But I do believe it's an embarrassment by the Nets. I don't give a damn what their schedule is. I don't give a damn how many games are upcoming and when they see certain teams in the next few days. I don't give a damn. When you have that type of talent with 3 minutes to go, down 14, and the Sixers are so damn shorthanded, and you say, I quit, that describes exactly what that franchise is. That describes exactly who they are.